Right. Okay, thank you guys for being on. This is our November meeting. So I always like to start off with whatchamacallit. I don't know who the iPhone is, but I muted you. No offense. I always start off with top 10. So top 10 for Empowering Sense team. So if I am your director, number 1, Mindy Hilton, number 2, Jess Torres, which by the way, both of them have over 4K PRV. So can we just like give it up for them, please and thank you for having over 4K a piece. Number 3, myself. Number 4, Nikki Mayhew. 5, Natalie Ventura. 6, Deborah Alwyn. 7, Audrey Dilley. 8, Jennifer Rios. 9, Jessica Peavy. 10, Rebecca Diaz. And before I go into group top 10, I just want to give a special shout out to Audrey Dilley, because she is someone who not only joined our No Zero November group that me and Mindy and Paulina and Nikki are doing for people who haven't been active in the last, I think, 4 months. So not only did she join that group and get active, but she was also set to cancel this month. So I'm super, super, super proud of her for doing that, because she could have just let it all go, and she decided like she wasn't done yet. And she even said, I need my Scentsy. So I'm very proud of her for that. So woo woo. All right, group top 10. This is for everyone, no matter who your director is. So number 1, Mindy Hilton. Number 2, Jess Torres. Number 3, myself. Number 4, Bree Domina. Number 5, Sarah Panko. Number 6, Heather Dunbar. Number 7, Shonda LePan, new director. Woo woo. Number 8, Devin LaFex. Number 9, Nikki Mayhew. And number 10, Morgan Mercier. Is it Mercier or Mercier? I don't know. Mercer. I barely see your face, Nikki. Okay. Sorry if I mispronounced it, Morgan. All right, and shout out to Kelsey, Devin, and Sarah for all sponsoring one person so far this month in our group. So proud of you guys. World Tour registration, I'm going to talk about it at every single meeting until World Tour. It's basically a mini SFR. It is 1 day jam-packed. Scentsy crack. No, it is really, really fun. I think I am actually the only one in this entire group that has been to a in-person world tour, because I want to say that the people who have been to one before COVID, I don't think they're with us anymore. So, but super, super fun. I will be going to the Raleigh location. I know a lot of you guys up in Vermont are headed to the
Portland.
Yep, Portland, Maine location. So, and then Mindy right now is the only one going to Orlando. So someone go to Orlando with Mindy so she doesn't have to go by herself. And someone come to Raleigh and see me. It's totally worth it. Tax write-offs aside and all that stuff. Like, yes, you get to write off your.
Carly's looking to go into Raleigh.
Oh, sweet. So tax write-offs aside, like obviously, yes, like your hotel, your travel, your food, all that stuff is tax write-off because it's a business trip. Come to Columbus, Ohio with you. I wish I could, Jess. It is just so much fun. And even if you go by yourself, oh, like, yes, and I forgot to shout out the other locations too. So there's a few of you guys going to Ohio there. I think Jess is the only one. Jess Torres is the only one going to the Phoenix, Arizona one so far. So we have people sprinkled all over. If you go by yourself, you will leave with friends. I promise, promise, promise. I know that it sounds crazy, and Nikki thought that I was crazy before because I said that before SFR, and like I literally made friends with other SDs in line for our SD walk. So like you are going to make friends with the people that you sit next to, that you go to breakouts with, all of the things. I promise. Like no one will let you be alone. Like if you think that you can just sit in the back corner, you will get called out so fast. So as an introvert, I will tell you we're outnumbered by the extroverts. Someone will find you and just pull you into their group. And if you're a true introvert, you know that's how we make friends, is the extroverts just find you and pull you into their group. Now you have a new group of friends. So that's exactly what happens at Sense events, okay? Family, hello, Sarah. Okay, the gift exchange. So many of you have already signed up. I'm super excited. But also don't forget, if your director is doing one, sign up for theirs too. Don't just do ours. I know Butterfly Kisses is doing one, and I feel like Sense of Steel is doing one too. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mindy. But I want to say I saw both of you guys post about gift exchanges. For Empowering Sense gift exchange, it's a $20, like stay within $15 to $20. Please don't go buy someone a $50 gift, but also at the same time, please don't like spend $1 either. You don't have to participate in it, but I do make sure that the people who sign up for it actually do send their gifts. You can sign up by the 3rd of December, and that's when I'm gonna have Elfster pick the people, match you guys up. I don't make the matches. I let the computer do that because that is way too advanced for me. And then we're going to have our gifts sent out no later than the 20th, because my hope is for people to have them by like that Christmas week. So, and then you can make if you've never been on Elfster before, you can make a wish list on there. You can link an Amazon wish list. You can put things for your pets on there if you want. You can put personal things, business things, whatever you want. Like I said, just try to stay within that, the price range. I personally love to find things that are on Amazon because hello, Amazon Prime. So sorry, let me mute my phone because my notes on my outline is on my phone. So if you haven't signed up already, the link, I emailed it to everyone so you can check your inbox, or you can just check our team page for it, but it's there too. So, and like I said, you don't have to, but y'all know gifts is my love language. So, you know, like we do, this will be our 3rd year in a row doing a gift exchange. So super excited for that. So speaking of gifts, I actually wanted to just very briefly, because shout out to new director Shonda. She has her meetings right before mine, and her team come to these meetings and they don't have to at all, but they choose to. So that is reason enough for me to not have this meeting go super long. Okay. So I wanted to very briefly talk to you guys tonight about customer appreciation. And first of all, not customer service, customer appreciation. Okay. Customer service is like making sure things are packaged up nice and pretty, making sure nothing's broken, getting them the best deal, answering their questions. That's customer service. We're not talking about that tonight, okay? We're talking about customer appreciation. So please drop in the chat box for me how you show customer appreciation, and more importantly, how you're planning to show customer appreciation this holiday season, because that's specifically what we're going to talk about. It's super important for you to give back to your customers and show that you appreciate them, show that you are grateful for them, because we truly would not have this business without our customers. I feel like there's no one on this call right now that is in this just for their discount and they have 0 customers. Okay. I'm not talking to those people. I'm not talking to the people that have 0 customers. No one on this call has 0 customers, Nikki. No, you don't. But I love it. Gift wrapping 100%. Who is iPhone? Please tell me in the chat who you are. Giving a gift in Happy Mail. Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the things that I have listed on here. I hate that my phone has a lock on it. Sorry. Different ways that you can give back to your customers this like holiday season. Obviously November, Thanksgiving, being thankful, grateful. Excuse me, I'm gonna make this go away so that I can see. Oh, it's Hope. Oh, Hope Amansky. Hi, honey. Sorry. Thank you for telling me, because it just says iPhone. Shonda gives scratch off cards. I love that, with little personal stuff, like a personal thing, like a personal special in it. I love that, because personal specials, one-on-one, that's the best way to do personal specials, 100%. So obviously fundraisers, buddy drives. Who's doing a fundraiser this month? Show of hands. Yep, I know Jess is starting one at the end of the month because we just talked about it tonight. Yes, perfect. Jess Carter, I give coupons and scent circles. Ooh, fun. Okay. Fundraisers and buddy drives. So obviously buddy drive is the first thing that comes to my mind, because donating the buddies, I'm personally doing one for my husband's unit, and so Santa's going to deliver the buddies, and I'm just going to make a sticker to put on the inside instead of a regular label that says donated to the North Pole by, with my name and my QR code. So because I don't want kids to open it and be like, but I thought it was from Santa. So I'm going to put donated to the North Pole by underneath mine. But a really awesome fundraiser. I was on another meeting. I believe it was our Superstar Director team meeting. And Stephanie Schroeder is another consultant who, she is doing something just phenomenal. And it literally made people on the meeting cry. She is doing a fundraiser just to help a family that needs extra money right now. They just need extra money for whatever reason. And she was like, hey, I know that times are tough for you right now. I would love to be able to donate 100% of my commission from your party back to your family. And so we're all waiting to hear how that goes from her, but that's just like, yeah, see, it's like, yes, obviously this time of year, but like, it just like pulls at your heartstrings. So you can think way out of the box with that. If you know that there's someone that's, struggling this season to buy Christmas dinner, get toys for their kids, like don't immediately go, oh, well, I can offer you like buddies and stuff like that. Like think outside of the box like that. Like they probably don't need Scentsy, but they probably need money for groceries. And how can you provide them with money with groceries, but you still get sales and stuff? New contacts, do a party for them, donate your commission. It has nothing to do with the PRV. It's 100% about helping someone else. Doing a toy drive for a local shelter, Shonda, that's awesome. Adopt a reindeer with the buddy. Yes. I have on here random act of Scentsy. So some of y'all have been here with me since 2020. If you haven't, then you will not know what I'm talking about. But when COVID first started, I did sunshine bags. They were all over all of the consultant pages. It was not my idea. It was somebody else's. And I was like, that's brilliant. I'm going to do it. It was when we were all locked in our houses and we couldn't go anywhere. And everyone was just really just tired of being on lockdown. And when we finally came out of lockdown, I was like, I'm going to do sunshine bags. And it was literally like, I printed a thing on Avery that said sunshine bags and just like put fun stuff in it. Yes, there was samples, but it was non-Scentsy stuff too, just something to make someone smile, right? So a random act of Scentsy, instead of a random act of kindness, would be literally to just surprise someone, either put it in the mail to them or just drop it off to their house. Just something that you have that's just sitting around if you have inventory on hand. Like I'm not a big fan of having inventory on hand. I like to move it. It's not making me any money if it's just sitting here, and I would rather give it to someone and they maybe fall in love with it. And then word of mouth, about how I spoil my customers gets around, and that's how it comes back to me. Good karma, you guys. So that is something that I'm planning on doing. Also, I mean, you could even look to see who ordered the most times this last month with you. I don't know about you, but I have customers who order more than once in a month and they don't want to join, but they do order more than once.
Still okay.
Yep, I will gladly keep them as customer, but like maybe I'll pop something extra in the mail for them. because they ordered 3 times, this month. Maybe I had someone who only ordered once, but they ordered the most amount. Like they placed like a $300 order. Yeah, they should probably get something besides a scent circle and a thank you, So just finding any reason, as leaders, we're learning to find anything to celebrate, like finding, celebrating all the small wins, finding a reason to spoil someone with Scentsy. You can find a reason. Today's Monday. Celebrate, woo! Like any reason. The day ends in Y. Like seriously.
Am I the only one who celebrates the fact that it's Monday?
Yes, you are. Is anyone doing holiday cards in the mail? I say holiday cards because not everyone celebrates Christmas. Some people, if maybe Christmas is coming up too soon for you, maybe New Year's cards. Or you could just do a seasonal card or something. I personally do that. One year I actually sent to all of my customers from the whole year, and that was crazy. Postage was wild. I will tell you, spend the extra postage and only send them a card. Don't add the card to like their Happy Meal. I say this from experience because I have done both. I have the first year I put the card in with their Happy Meal. So they got their scent of the month samples and their scent of the month flyer and stuff. And then obviously I did the handwritten card. And then the next year I did the Happy Meal separate and then a Christmas card completely separate. And I got probably 5 times the amount of responses from the separate Christmas card. So like, yes, it's more in postage, but I chose to take it back a notch on who I sent the cards to too. I only did like the last 2 or 3 months of people that I sent Christmas cards to. And then it was really funny because they ended up I had a lot of people who ended up sending me a Christmas card too. So like, cause they had gotten mine and they were like, oh, let me send her one. And so I would get one a few days later from them. So that was really nice. But that's just my personal experience with that. It doesn't always have to cost money. It does not always have to cost money. And I know like to some people, it's like, oh, it's a stamp. Like, oh, I'll buy a book of stamps, even if you just send it 20 people, like cool. But it doesn't have to cost money. Y'all know my favorite form of reaching out to a customer is an email. Send an email, a mass email to them, letting them know like this holiday season, I am super grateful and thankful for you. Put it in your own words, but let them know like how grateful you are for them. Because again, guys, without your customers, you would not have a business. You wouldn't. You would just be buying for yourself. That's it. It wouldn't be a business. It would be a hobby for you. Okay. So those of you that are here and it's a business and you are here to make this a big business, to build a big business, your customers, you need to show appreciation to them 100%. Giveaways, obviously no purchase required, but if you have a VIP group, do a random giveaway with just like, hey, drop a gift that makes you think of, that makes you like, tell me how you feel about the upcoming holidays with a gift. And everyone who comments, spin a wheel or pick a random person and send them something, send them a scent circle, or just do a customer spotlight. I have gotten so much great feedback from doing my customer order spotlights, but the other day, what I started doing was, if you guys watch my stories, I put when people order and I shout them out and they love that. My customers always reply to it too. And I thought it would be a big deal, like, cause I don't tag them, but they're like, oh my God, yes, this is my order. Yeah, thank you. What I started doing was I started shouting out my customers, not just for their order, but like I have VIPs who are helping out hosts that they don't even know. And my customers are loving it because it's showing that they're being generous too. And that's one of Scentsy's core values is generosity, you guys. So, you know, it doesn't just have to come from you. Like if your customers are doing stuff like that, if they're just randomly attaching their order, like do an extra shout out for them. Like, hey, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. You just helped someone that you don't even know get free Scentsy. Like, thank you. Again, karma, good karma, you guys. Shonda, I do the tag and brag and spin the wheel each month. Yes, I love brag and tag for sure. See, and maybe this month though, maybe next time you do it, maybe you spin it an extra time. I know when I really didn't have my stuff together and I would forget to do my brag and tag, spin the wheel. I would always feel really bad. So I'd be like, I would go on live and spin the wheel and I'm like, and let's just spin it again. Like, let's just see. And then I'd go, oh, let's spin it one more time. And I'd end up having like 3 or 4 people like that win something, just because, again, you guys know my love language is gifts. So of course, the more people that I can spoil it, the happier it makes me. But we won't dig into that. Something else that you could do is adding anything special. Does anyone add anything special to like mail that you're already sending out? You can drop it in the comments or anything like that. Candy, you add that to their orders, Nikki? Or do you add it to like their packages? Both? Both, yeah. See, she's multitasking right now. She's serious mode. Oh, you're sewing, yes. See, and that's what, but that's that. Look what Nikki's doing though. Okay, so this has nothing to do with Scentsy, but her customers are on her personal page. She posts all the time how she makes winter hats and donates them. Like that's her thing. When COVID first happened, she used to sew like for hours on end masks and donate masks to the hospitals, to anywhere that needed masks. She was one of those people that did that. Like your customers are watching what you do, not just Scentsy related. So, you know, if there are things that you're doing, like share them. And I'm not saying to share them with the, like, oh, my customers need to see that I'm giving back, like maybe they'll order. No, the whole purpose of like the customer appreciation thing is to not even get an order out of it. Honestly, if you can try to, here's what I challenge you to do. Whether it's sending a card or an email or making a post or anything about your customers and how grateful you are for them, do it without posting anything Scentsy in it. Do it without, like if you're sending them something in the mail, send just the card. Don't put a sample in it. Don't put your stamp on it. Don't put your label on it. Don't put a sentence circle in there. Do something without Scentsy being attached to it, so that they don't think that you are just being, you know, you're just being nice to them because they're a customer. You know what I mean? Send boxes to my club members with something non-Scentsy. Yes, absolutely. If you're gonna send an email, don't put your link in it. It's very easy not to put your link in something. Just, it's like after we had the storms that came through and I emailed all my customers to check on them to make sure they were okay. I literally didn't put a signature in there. I just said, you know, just checking in on you to see how you're doing. XO Katrina, and I put my phone number if they needed anything. Like that's it. And I got really great feedback from that. Like and it started genuine conversations, which build genuine connections. And that's when it's like a seed planted later on down the road. When they do want Scentsy, when they do think of Scentsy, they're going to think of me because I was there for them during that time. Does that make sense? So I challenge you, show your appreciation for your customers without attaching your label or your link to it. Okay. But yeah, just remember that, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to have money attached to it. It could literally be a post. It could be a text. It could be an email. It could be a DM, anything, just a, hey, you know what? I'm so grateful for customers like you. Because if it weren't for you, I would not be where I am in this business. And my family thanks you so much. That in a text to someone, you will probably get so much positive feedback from that. And I'm not saying to like copy and paste that to everybody, but like, if you have like your like ride or die VIPs that you know you can count on them ordering every month, or you know that you can ask them like, hey, this person is like $20 away from hitting rewards. If like, I know I can post that in my VIP group, and I know that there's a handful of people that I just know, I'm like, yep, that person's going to order, because they just know what it feels like to like be that close to rewards. Because I have some really awesome ride or die VIPs, and I know not everybody does, but I feel like if you know your customers at all, you know you have certain customers that are going to order from you, right? Like you just know, like, she always orders, like she orders every other month, and it's the off month. Like I bet you she's going to order. Yep. Those are the people. Those are the people, like reach out to them and just go, I'm so grateful for you. You have no idea how much you mean to me. And I just wanted to let you know. And I hope you have a great Thanksgiving week with your family. Like just something simple like that, you know? Does anybody want to add anything? Is anybody brave enough to unmute and talk about how they're going to be, huh? What? Oh, anybody? Nikki's multitasking. No?
I can say what I did yesterday.
Yes, please. Yes, please tell them about she had an in-home fragrance flower party.
Yep, and only 3 people showed up. And when I say only, it still was a flash because I included my daughter and included myself, so there was 5 of us. And then I said, you know what? I appreciate you guys from my first. I've done open house for the last every 6 months since I've joined, and no one has come to them, any of them. But I've done it, and then I take pictures, and then I go so excited, like to show all the things, even though no one came to them. This was the first time I had an event in person, and people showed up for it. And I'm telling you that because this is going on year 3 for me. So don't give up on those, first off. Second off, I said, you know what, for you guys showing up and you're here, and I'm getting ready for 2 vendor events this week, the next 2 weeks. Anything in my stash, because I've earned it all from free and half off items for my own catch-all party, so I've paid very little, if anything, for it, is 80% off. They spent the next 2 hours in my basement with me. And then I had one customer message me this today and said, thank you so much. I actually think I shared it on my team page. Thank you so much for offering this. My daughter just had a wedding, and Christmas gifts, the thought of Christmas gifts was so daunting. I didn't know where to start. And now my husband's telling me that he wants to know if I can come back on Friday and do your Black Friday sale too. I said, yes, I'll see you then. Because she was afraid of Christmas because her daughter just got married the day before Halloween. And now she's not afraid of Christmas. And she goes, and she booked a party in March. She goes, now everyone will have wax to refill for my party. So I'll have orders that way. She's already thinking like a consultant. My butt's gonna sign her up, but it's just the way you look at a customer, you give them that extra little mile. You don't know why they need it or what they might need in their life at that moment.
Yes, and real quick, unmute yourself again real quick and tell them how much you did in sales. I always put the income disclosure on these videos, so tell them.
$501.34.
In cash and carry, you guys. So that was like money in her pocket. And what are you doing with that money?
Oh, I told my husband, I said, look, go buy the van tires right now.
New tires for her van. That they were planning on doing that. I really hope you don't mind me saying this. They were planning on doing that when she starts her new job. That's what they were going to do with her first paycheck. And now they don't have to save that first paycheck to do that. Like, do you guys see like how like that's just like it's such a huge thing? And I'm so like, I think it's really cool. Huh?
Now my husband's going to go PS5 instead for Christmas.
Oh, you're gonna have to put that in the chat. I don't know if people heard you. I know what you were saying, but yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Mindy, what are you doing for customer appreciation? I know you spoil the crap out of your customers. How do you spoil them?
Like for this month,
Yeah, what are you doing anything different this month for customer appreciation?
I don't know. I'm stressing out about it. I don't know. But well, I'm going to try to actually do more customer appreciation, which I've reached out to Katrina about because I felt like I wanted to be doing more and recognizing them more. But recently what I did is anybody who bought a brick with all of the brick releases, I ordered crinkle cutters on Amazon. It was 2 for like $5. So I felt that that was a really fair price.
That is such a good idea.
Yeah,
And then they can cut it up themselves.
Yeah, I ordered a couple of those and I sent those to anyone who ordered a brick. And I was like, thank you so much for ordering a brick, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Please use this to cut your brick. It makes it very easy. I can't wait to hear what you think. Let me know, whatever. I mean, just like a normal card, but I included the brick in there and then gave them like souped up samples. But in terms of
so something that I just want to touch on really quick, you guys, that is the perfect example of like, it doesn't need to be anything complicated. I don't think Mindy needs to do more. First of all, she does. And I say that as somebody whose love language is gifts. You have, whatchamacallit, just sending a thank you for their order. Like, we don't have to do that as consultants. We do it to show customer appreciation in hopes that we will retain our customers, in hopes that like we, like I said, I like to spoil my customers and show them really like, maybe thank yous aren't your thing, but maybe packaging up your orders is like your thing, right? And your customer goes and tells 5 of her friends that, no, you need to go through my Scentsy person because they do the best job at gift wrapping stuff. Like, I don't even have to wrap this stuff. It's going to go right under my tree, just like this, because they're that good. I know that I can ask my Scentsy person to gift wrap it and they do it for free. Like, that's the kind of stuff, like, this is customer appreciation and customer service, but customer appreciation is kind of the driving force behind referrals, you guys. Like, with great customer appreciation and customer service, that's what's going to get you those word of mouth referrals. And that's what we want. Especially with the holidays, when people don't necessarily want to party because they are super busy. We're going to go into December and it's going to, I mean, yes, we're still partying in December, but a lot of people, that's maybe not the forefront of their mind. The holidays are, which is fine. It's okay for them. But they're going to be around their family. They're going to have their Scentsy going in their house with all of their family over. And you want to be that amazing consultant that you're like, oh, what's that smell? What's that smell? What do you have? Like, what is that? What is that in the bathroom? Oh, that's Scentsy. Oh my gosh, let me give you my Scentsy person's information because they are phenomenal. Like, you want those word of mouth referrals during the holiday season, 100%. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.
Oh, wait, I wanted to share something.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I can share it.
I haven't stopped it yet. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I can share it even if you're not recording.
No, I want it on the recording. Go.
So I was going to share a couple of things that I do, not necessarily just this season, but just in general. One thing I do for my hostess packages are huge. Like, I know some people just put a little catalog and some samples in there and they send it out. Let me just grab it really quick. I'm going to get dark for a second. This thing is full. This one has.
Wasn't your host package from me pretty big too? When you did a party for me?
I can't remember, girl. It's been so long. So that has November's scent of the month, December's scent of the month, a cube of each of the bricks, a cube of the Scentspirations, laundry samples, dish soap samples, cotton cleanup, a pencil, a handwritten note from me, and normally I'll put catalogs in there too, but I ran out. And that's what I do for every single host. So that's just my way of saying thank you and showing my appreciation for them for hosting and being a customer. So that's what I tried to do. Thank you, Katrina. So the other thing that I did, obviously I financially can't just say, spoil everybody the way I want to, thank you cards or thank you send circles as thank yous, whatever. But I do pay attention, and I've had a few customers come out and be like, you meet people for reasons. Like I have a customer who, she was actually my number one customer when I first kicked this off. And all of a sudden she stopped buying from me other than her like club. And so I just was like checking in with her, and I was like, hey girl, it's been a while, you need to restock. She's like, so then she started just talking to me. Her son has cancer and he's been dealing with it for a while now. And I just found out about it. I was like, oh my gosh, like, and then I connected to her because I don't know if everybody knows, but my husband had cancer. He's been in remission for 4 years. So we were able to connect on that level. And just to let her know randomly, I didn't tell her I was going to do it, just to let her know I was thinking about her and that I wanted her to spoil herself because she had been talking about getting her body products. I just used my rewards and got it and sent it to her. So that was just I'm thinking of you. I want to make sure that you're able to take care of yourself and rest yourself up. So, and then I have another customer, the same time that my girls tried to commit suicide, her daughter was in the hospital, like not even a month before or after, I can't remember now. So I just communicate and I just check in with her. I haven't sent her anything yet because I'm being very particular about what I want to send her, and it's not going to be Cincy related at all. But I do check in with her regularly. Like I will just send her just a message. Hey, how's your day going? How's your daughter doing? And so that's all I do. And they are always shouting me out about how much I spoil them. My hosts are always sharing what I send to them, and then how much they appreciate me and how much. So it doesn't always have to be everybody, and it doesn't always have to be big. So somebody asked a question, but I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, Devin wanted to know, do you send out your host packs before or after the party? You send them before, right?
Before. So I'm gonna I'll be doing like a training tomorrow about how I've been doing my parties. So my host pre-party posts come out they start on a Thursday. So I have that package out in the mail by Monday. But the Monday before, and it's there in 2 days. So they have it by their party. The last couple parties, my hosts have actually either opened it or like took a picture and shared it in their party. Like, look at all this stuff, and they were smelling it.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly what I do too. I send mine out on a Friday and they get it. Oh no, I send it out on a Thursday and they normally get it on the Saturday. Yeah, they normally get it on Saturday and my parties start on Sundays. Shonda, you've got your hand up.
So yeah, I just was gonna say that one thing that my customers always end up telling me, because I always end up packaging my orders. And so whether it's a small order or a big order, if I'm gonna have it come to my house, the way I look at it is I don't want it to just go out in a Scentsy box because it could go to their house that way. So I do the bulk orders, and when they come in, I always just, the reason that I want to share this is because it again goes back to, you don't have to have a lot of money. I get the whiff boxes and I use the stuff out of the whiff boxes. I put them in my packages that I get. A lot of times I use the bags that I get from the stuff that I get from Scentsy. Like I save the bags that you get, like they'll put 3 scent circles in like a huge bag.
The clear Ziploc things, right? Yeah.
Well, clear the Ziploc ones, and like there's just like
just a bag. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like perfect for like a 6-packer. So yeah, that's what I do. And I throw a little candy in there. I've really been using the travel twist. I've been getting the travel twist and throwing those in with bigger orders. And So just really just going above and beyond. I always get that response back, and then it's just reaching out, like Jess was saying, when you see a customer that is, because I like to take all my customers I put on my Facebook and I'm friends with. So I see if when I see that something's going on, they're struggling, times are hard, reach out and ask if I can pray for them, ask if I can, those small little bits just really go a long ways. And it's building that relationship. It's building that long lasting, planting that seed that's going to grow. And so, yeah, that's the biggest thing is, for me, it's just putting out what I put out, it's what I package. And
Yeah, and using what you have. Nikki knows y'all. I refuse to buy, like, y'all have been getting some really like old PRV cards lately because I refuse to order my new ones until I have used all of the ones that I printed, because otherwise I'm just like, that's wasted money. Like, I printed those forever ago when I first became a director. And then I was like, I designed my own and I was like, oh, I love these now. But then I was just like, I just wasted all this money if they're just going to sit here. So I'm using them, y'all, until they're gone. And then I'll reorder my branded ones. I just wanted to really reiterate what Mindy said in the chat. Do what you financially can now. So if you can't do anything financially right now, please don't feel like you need to. Like I said, and so many people have said, Jess said it, Shonda said it, literally just reaching out to your customers. That doesn't cost any money to do that. It doesn't cost any money to send them a text, to comment something on their page. I do have a really good chunk of my customers who I'm not friends with on Facebook. So I think that's why I do see such a big return on my emails, because I'm not friends with everyone on social media. But I mean, like, that's fine. It's up to them. So like, emails are free. Posts are free, DMs are free, texts are free, phone calls are free. Literally anything over the phone is free. Like, you don't have to send them anything. So I just wanted to, I do remember when texts weren't free, and then that's how old me and Nikki are. So yeah. You had to wait until after 9 p.m. to use the phone. Y'all remember that?
I remember when there was no text.
Devin, you need to just like la this conversation. He's like, I wasn't born yet. He's the baby. He's our Scentsy baby. Does anyone else want to share anything before I stop the recording? Or is there anybody that wants me to stop the recording first? I love y'all so much. I am going to stop the recording now then.